All right, we are here last game of the day of Saturday's competition, 2011 World Cup. We're watching Dynasty taking on Chicago Aftershock. I'm Matty Marshall, and once again, I have Davey Williamson up here with me in the broadcast booth. And this should be a really good matchup. Now, Dynasty, they are flawless so far. They've had 21 unanswered points, just nonstop, complete domination. On the flip side, Aftershock lost a heartbreaker today against Vicious, and I think the best match of the tournament. Unarguably the best match of the event. So now they're going to have to play with 6 guys because Chris Sosine threw his gun after in frustration. And so, you know, they only had 7 to start with. So, Davey, what do you think about this game?
I don't think it's enough people against the team. The only chance they have right now is that Dynasty gets a let up. They let up a little bit. I mean, obviously, you're here 21-0. You're playing top level here. What Aftershock needs to have happen here is Dynasty needs to have a hiccup. Because you don't have enough people. I mean, this is a game of endurance.
Yes.
So every one of these guys has to be on point. Your pit's got to be turned around quick. Everything has got to be going well for you right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. I mean, if Aftershock really wants to make it to tomorrow, they're going to have to make it happen somehow. Because they need this game, and Dynasty does not need this game, so there might be a chance of that happening.
Of that hiccup that you were talking about, because it doesn't mean anything.
Last game of the day, you've already won all your points. I mean, Oliver's a big king of drive in this, but we'll see how much drive they have right now.
Here we go. And you're watching Aftershock on the breakout. Let's see if they can keep 5 alive.
Shock loses 1, loses 2.
Not looking good for Shock right now.
2 on the breakout. A penalty, right? A red to start the game with.
Oh, wow.
He needs to get the Sloviak needs to get in the box quick.
Was the Sloviak?
No, it was the other guy.
Zach Patient?
Don't understand that call from the ref either. One guy calls him, the other ref calls a penalty. It's G4 instantly.
So Dynasty trying to make it 22 unanswered points in a row. And here comes Ryan Greenspan sharking up the field.
And there's no one left. I don't know where he's going.
He's getting some sprints in, dude.
He's getting a warm up, getting his legs underneath him right there, you know?
Yeah.
Sounds like someone's gun broke somewhere down there, but they tackle the flag box. This is
pandemonium already. So nice.
You can see I kind of just looking at Sloviak's body language here. This is a problem. Shoulders are already down. He's already got that. I don't know if we can handle this. You just see him walking off right now.
No, and we always talk about the body language, and I think that because it's so telling.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get in these players' heads, but honestly, if you read the body language, you really can see what they're thinking. You know,
he kind of knows that we have 6. Now we have 5 guys playing well because one just a penalty. He's going to be mind screwed for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I hope they can turn around so the fans can see an interesting game, but we'll see.
Yeah, so let's watch this replay right here. And you're watching the Aftershock breakout, and I don't think this is where the penalty happened. And no, Davey, I don't know if you saw the penalty, but anyway, you're watching the Aftershock breakout. Looks like a good breakout.
It's right there. This ref calls him fine, and the other ref comes out of nowhere and calls a penalty, which I don't understand. Nothing against the ref, but if this ref doesn't call it, why does the second one have to call it?
Yeah, it's tough to see. You know, let's talk about that in a second, but here on the flip side, look at Dynasty's breakout. Again, just so good. They're just no one is stopping them. They're not getting shot off the break. You know, they're just, there's been not one flaw in their game so far this entire event.
Just to be pessimistic, just to be the devil's advocate here, that kind of worries you going into Sunday.
That's why I like having you up here.
Sunday, that kind of worries you. If you haven't had any problems, any losses, you haven't had a grind. You know what they say? The person that comes out of the toughest bracket usually wins the thing. If you don't lose a point, you're obviously not in the toughest bracket.
Yeah,
you know, that's a problem. They're
not in the toughest bracket.
You know, so
they're not. You know, the other bracket is substantially harder.
Right.
And yeah, I agree with you. And you know, I had Ryan and Oliver up here today, and I was like, oh, great job, guys, blah, blah, blah. You know, and honestly, and they did have a good job. They did do a good job. Unfortunately, you know, for them, that they're thinking that's in the back of their mind. They're like, man, we haven't had a challenge yet. This isn't. Oh God, I'm scared.
Losing like a 5-4, 6-7, losing that game is more beneficial sometimes than winning a 7-0 game.
Especially like right now, for instance.
Right now. Like if this was a grind and you pulled it out, maybe lost, you could learn something from it.
Yeah.
Here there's going to be a feeding fest. This body, if they put up any kind of fight.
And now immediately they lose the body.
Gone.
Through Templeton. Yeah, Snake Side. Now Sloviak.
They should have gotten the break, though. Dynasty guy lost the guy on the break, so.
Yeah, so
Sloviak's a good player.
Sloviak's great.
Just shot, I think that's Mesa out of that thing.
Oh, look at this.
Oliver
Dynasty, only 3 players left alive, and we haven't seen this much for them. You know.
Yeah, but they got Alex, Oliver, and Yosh. What 3 would you rather have out there? Maybe Ryan somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Ryan in there.
Yeah. But Sloviak's
he's a killer.
He's a killer. He's gonna do something. Alex is already in that Dorito.
And on your screen right now, you're seeing this crossfield spread. Now you're looking at Dynasty's lineup now, making moves down that Dorito side.
Well, what Dynasty should be doing right now is be able to get to see the penalty box. Get to a spot where you can see the penalty box because you don't want to go 4-on-3 here in a minute.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're looking at 55 seconds.
So who's in a spot to do that right now?
Alex is probably the only person. But now that Alex has moved up so far, Yosh has to watch Alex.
Yeah.
Because we've seen so many run-throughs on that side of the field that you have to pay attention.
And also, you know, on the Snake side, you got Sloviak in the back corner,
but he's completely committed to Alex.
And Oliver all the way over here too. So you know Oliver, he's look at him. You can see the body language. Oliver wants to make him move. Oh, look at this, Sloviak into Snake 1.
So is Oliver. Oliver and Sloviak.
Now I don't think that Sloviak
is Alex dead?
No, he's in 50-yard line Snake.
No, Alex?
I'm sorry, Alex is in the 50-yard line Dorito. You just can't see him right now because he's wrapping around the other side. He is kind of a little guy.
Sloviak's all over, and he just shoots Sloviak out of that Snake. This is a point. This point's over too.
Yeah. So
now you're just trying to get that time off. 9, 8. Maybe this guy can sneak out into this pin if Oliver doesn't know.
He might. Does anyone have a gun
Oliver
up on him?
Can get to him.
No one's got a gun up on him.
What are you doing?
No one has a gun up on that. Okay, now Oliver misses him though, and
he gets shot.
Oh, Oliver just shot both of them.
Yeah.
So Oliver is just trouncing down the Snake side of the field.
Shock should hit the horn. Give it up. Oh, there was a guy for Aftershock in that tower the whole game.
Wow.
They were up a body. Wow.
Just amazing job by Oliver Lang to single-handedly on the Snake side of the field. He shoots Sloviak. He shoots a player coming out of shoots AJ Lawhead coming out of the dead box.
But that's all made by Alex getting to that 50 Dorito.
Oh yeah, because the gun's shifted.
Yeah. Alex playing really aggressive over there. Yosh doing what Yosh does and holding down this whole side of the field.
Never got to worry about Yosh ever. You don't gotta worry
I'm surprised Sloviak made the Snake.
So there's Oliver Lang. You're looking at him right now, 28 years old. And, you know, he's starting to get up there, but, you know, he still has that youthful exuberance that really defines Oliver as a person, you know, and I think that's, as he's starting to mature a lot, though.
Right.
You know, he owns a business
now.
I hope
so. He's 28 years old. People said that about him when he's 18. It's now he's 20. He's a grown man.
Yeah, a real grown man. He's almost 30 years old.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah, again, and business owner, you know, I mean, owns a house. I mean, he's a grown man.
Doesn't pay his mortgage, he just owns it.
And here we go. They're looking at Oliver Lang right now, who's wearing Alex Frazier's jersey. But, you know, shoots Sloviak. A nice little...
I think Alex shot Sloviak.
I don't know. Kind of maybe even almost like to rewind that and see that. But then, you know, just takes the advantage. Now he puts himself in that position. I think you're right.
Yeah,
Alex did shoot him.
Alex shot him from across the field.
Yeah, so but then Oliver seizes that advantage.
Yeah.
Great shot. That's a long field cross.
Yeah.
That's a long cross.
I mean, Oliver
shot.
is really good at taking advantage of the situation. It's what he does best.
Yeah, it is. That's probably that, and his ability to motivate and be charismatic is probably the best thing about him as a player.
So this line has got what, Glenn and Ryan on it, and then Spitz and looks like Dalton and Mason. That's McCormick. But at least Shock gets to play with 5-on-5 here. It's not too far away yet. It's only 2-0. It's a huge point right now.
Yeah, this is a really big point, especially knowing how well Dynasty has played so far this event. You really don't want to get deep down.
You want to think you crack that one against them, and now who knows what's going to happen.
They open up, open it up, man. See what's going to happen.
You know, if all of a sudden they've lost one, they haven't done that all tournament. They don't know what that feels like. All of a sudden, it could be 2, 3. That's your hope if you're Shock.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
But you got the endurance part. You played a game already. You're down to 5.
And it was a brutal game.
That's just a silly mistake by that Shock player. I mean, who throws their gun anymore?
Well, you know, what is this, 1998?
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Sosine also
What are they doing here? This Dynasty starts, but Shock does it.
We have an equipment malfunction.
Yeah.
We have an equipment malfunction.
Okay, there was an inadvertent horn, equipment malfunction, horn blew.
But to the point right there, either Shock knew or was not ready. Dynasty breaks out. That's how on top of their game they are. They don't miss a beat. The horn blows, they'll just run and start shooting at people.
Well, when you get to that point, I mean, you know, you want to become machine-like.
Right.
You really do want to become machine-like. And but yeah, I think that, you know, okay, let's just say, hey, for Shock fans out there, of course they want them to win this game. You know, obviously we just started, but I'll get to that in a second. Let's check out this replay. So yeah, that was the inadvertent horn. You see Shock's just chilling right there, and Dynasty starts blazing away at him. But it was an inadvertent horn, no big deal.
Kind of advantage to Shock right there. They saw the breakout. They're going to play against in this important point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And now you see big Mike Hinman out there.
Probably trying to change it, but can't change it too much.
Maybe like a tweak.
Yeah, but you know, you saw their main goal was to run and shoot to that tower over there.
Yeah. Well, they're talking it through right now.
Pinky in the brain.
But the thing is with Shock, you know, again, when you get a team that is I wouldn't say, well, Shock still is rebuilding.
Shock doesn't even have any guys on the field yet, and there's 45 seconds left. I mean,
maybe they're gonna call timeout
already. They didn't even shoot in the break. They just stood there. They have to wipe the hits off.
No, they're coming out right now, and they're at their close station, so it's not like they have really.
I would like to see a little bit more confidence in these guys, like demeanor. I was a Shock fan.
A million percent.
Yeah.
We always speak to this, and I remember that was a really, you were a hype, like, it was funny. You were one of those guys, you didn't want guys trying to get you hyped, but you were hyped yourself, But the thing is that you would hate it when guys were walking around their heads down.
Yeah, it's not over yet. It's 2-0, 2-1 here. You're 50% back in this game. You're back in this. A penalty on this side, you can run 3 points up on them.
Who knows what can happen? It's paintball.
You got to make it happen if you're a paintball player.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go.
Dynasty looks just ready to go. Like, he's hitting the gun.
So Dalton catches one immediately.
This should be that. I'm pretty sure Spitz just got hit off the side. We'll see.
And Ryan's stuck in that back center, and now here comes.
But Dynasty right into Dorito 1, but they have no idea this guy's on the snake right. Oh, you can't miss that shot.
Almost got shot. Yeah, Zach Patient just misses that crossfield shot.
Shock has lost the guy off the break, or pretty quick to the break. So it's 4-on-3, or 4-on-4 right now.
Yeah,
Shock.
Just Dalton gone from Dynasty right now, but field position advantage goes to Aftershock.
Ryan's gone from that pin. You can't live in that pin long, and these guys in these positions.
Yeah.
Shock is coming down that Dorito side right now.
Let's see if somebody can finally put a point on the board here.
I have a feeling this is going to happen.
Yeah,
right here.
I think you're right.
Spitz
man.
just got hit, so there's nobody on the snake side. McCormick's going down. Oh, nice move, McCormick.
Wow.
So
that was huge. There's
huge.
No one on the Dorito side right now.
The Shock cannot blow this right here. Oh, he just hit him.
No, I was going to say, yeah, it's curtains. It's curtains.
Sloviak's not going to be a fool here. He's in that S. He's not Dorito 1.
They lost him. No, now they picked him up.
They didn't lose him there.
So
everybody found him right there.
There goes Dynasty's perfect run.
So that's what I'm talking about, body language. You can see their change. Well, Nick is a very charismatic, just kind of easygoing guy.
Yeah.
It's really hard to read him. But that's the first point you could tell he was like down in the dumps. His buddy got him a penalty.
Well, Nick's tenacious, but Nick's a little sensitive.
Yeah.
Like if you start digging it, Nick, he'll get he'll be like
hipster from Chicago.
Yeah, a little emo sensitive, but he's such a leader on that team and such a great guy and a great talent. And also a bigger guy,
And
so
a nice guy.
Yeah, you can look at 6'2", 205. He's not a midget running around out there, but he plays small though, But the thing is like. That's good. Just like you said, knock them, put a notch in the armor. They just did it right there. They just stopped their run of 23 consecutive points.
Now they know they can lose.
Yep.
Here's the thing that's going to be a problem. As soon as the horn is over, Dynasty's got 3 guys already going into the flag station. Shock has got to run all their guys back, and they're not even doing it kind of wisely. What I would do as a coach, I'd be like, one guy hang the flag, and the rest of you stand in that corner, and as soon as the horn blows, get ready fast. And save those 10 seconds of running back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a guy like it seems like Nick is on top of his game, so he's always just in and out. You got to find that guy on your team that doesn't have to deal with the crap. He goes in and out.
And he gets a lot of reps, man. He's almost out there every single point. And honestly, now with 6 guys,
he's gonna have to.
He has to be.
Yeah.
There's no other choice.
We'll see if they can put 2 on the board. Like I said, this could be a waterfall. It could be putting a crack in the dam.
And yeah, maybe Dynasty will finally get that hard match they've been kind of really searching for, if not overtly, kind of subliminally.
But as it looks now, it's what Tampa Bay and Dynasty are going to get the bye, right? Does 2 teams get a bye?
Yeah.
30 seconds.
So, we get these questions coming in from PB Nation. One of them, who do you think is the biggest up-and-coming pro right now?
The biggest up-and-coming pro?
It's a tough call.
That's tough because it's easy to say one of the top guys on the top teams, but there's tons of guys out there. Let me think about it.
I was going to say let me get a
I hate
quick
when
minute.
you listen to these analysts and they put them on the spot and they just give you some BS answer.
Yeah.
Let me give you a couple minutes of thought.
Ponder it, spinning around the brain for a little bit. Here we go on this next break.
Oh, look at this! Look at the moxie on Aftershock right up to the A. That's the first person I've seen all day.
Well, no, the thing is that Shock did that against Vicious 3 games in a row to get back in it. They couldn't be stopped.
Wow.
And then finally Vicious ended up winning it.
Look at this, playing the dead spot. I like this.
Oh, he got clipped, though. A little too much, though.
Did he?
I think he got clipped.
The pant leg? Gun? No. He doesn't think so.
No, he's a lot. No, I was going to say, he's finally coming out of there.
The X guy's dead. Oh, and he is out of the corner.
Yeah,
but gets him in the 50 Dorito.
Did they do damage is what we're
Alex
wondering.
is dead off that side. They've got the 50 Dorito now.
Yeah, and then they got the snake one.
How is he not shooting him in the back? It's two Dynasty guys left. That's it.
No, 3 Dynasty guys. Snake one back.
Snake one. I
bunker.
can't even see him with the glare.
Yeah, the glare's getting kind of higher.
Yosh is dead.
Look at this coming down the Dorito side. Aftershock. Wow, awesome move down the Dorito side. They take out Yosh Rao, and he's still alive.
Don't be lazy
and
right
they don't
now.
even know he's alive yet. Look, he's going to destroy Mesa.
He's Snake one. He doesn't know he's in Snake one.
Mesa gets absolutely destroyed.
What is this guy for Shock doing?
I have no idea.
Sideline coaching here. It's if Dynasty would wins this point, this tournament's over. This tournament's over for Shock. You don't come back from this.
Oh yeah, especially when you got your guy all the way in their back
on
door.
their side of the field. If you can't capitalize, run him down. You should say drop the hammer on this guy.
I mean, drop the hammer. Is it 3-on-1?
He's in the fetal position. 2-on-1. But your one is on his side behind him in the snake.
Yeah, so it's just Alex Goldman right now for Dynasty. Let's see if he can continue to increase his legend out there by pulling this off.
And now he's actually in a legitimate gun battle with that guy. That guy has no idea over there.
Yeah,
he thinks
drop the hammer, or at least get up another spot. He's got to be careful, but at the same time, engage.
Right now, as soon as those balls fly across the field, you can be 4 feet from him.
But you know what it is? It's the rhythm of the 2-on-1. Because
it's 1-on-1.
Goldman,
it's 1-on-1 right now.
But Goldman has to, you go back, forth,
yeah,
back, forth.
I'm saying it's 1-on-1 right now for Shock. This guy's the only one playing on 1-on-1.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So the guy in the snake, as soon as again, it's the
feel
rhythm.
Yeah, you
feel the rhythm. You got to feel the rhythm of the game. And right now, Goldman is engaging, but he's going to switch back. But he has to engage with both players. You have to capitalize on those moments.
What's he doing? Oh. The guy in the Shock guy is actually messing with the crowd over here. He's going from the Dorito to the Aztec, back to the Dorito to the Aztec. This guy needs to come here. Get closer.
Yeah, Zach.
Oh, he got him right there.
There it is. So
no thanks to this guy.
Yeah, Zach needed to step it up a little bit there in the snake. I mean, hey, he played it safe and they got the point, so we can't talk too much smack.
You're
but
right.
At the same time,
he did. What if he goes down and gets a penalty?
Yeah. What if he goes down and gets a penalty? But I do agree with you because again. You want to win this match?
Yeah.
You want to put the fear of God into Dynasty?
They have
drop
nothing to
the
lose.
Hammer.
Dynasty has nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose.
You have everything to lose if you're Shock.
Yep.
You don't go play tomorrow if you don't win this game.
Yeah. So, and Zach Patient has been very strong for them. He's played real solid. But in that situation...
Is his name Patient? That's perfect. That's patient.
He was very
patient right there.
Yeah. But the thing is like when you're at this level, the top level, this is a whole nother realm. And at that level, you want to get to the point where you are dropping the hammer when you can, because then now Goldman's not going to go off and wipe some little baby dink off that he got from cross field. He's going to wipe 6 hits off.
You want him to know that you felt you.
Yeah, exactly. So let's watch this replay right here. This is Mike Mesa. Now, Mike Mesa has no idea that a move has been made up that side. So look at this. I mean, he's just getting obliterated from the Aftershock player on the Dorito side of the field.
You know what was actually kind of amazing about that point, and we probably don't have a replay of it, is when the guy from Shock went past Yosh, Yosh didn't die from the guy that went past him. He came all the way around the bunker and got shot from this side of the field. That says a lot to Yosh's character, that he didn't give himself up to the guy running by him. Mm-hmm. The guy from across the field had to shoot him in the back.
Well, you want to talk about somebody with focus?
Yeah.
Yosh has
He's not going to be a give-up-a-body kind of guy. He's not just going to give it to you.
No. Incredible focus. All right, so now we got ourselves a match. It's 2-2. It's all
Dynasty
tied
has
up.
lost 2 in a row now.
Yeah, and exactly. They go from winning 23 points in a row, and now they've lost 2. The game is tied. If I'm Shocked, man, again, stomp out to the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying when I say stomp?
I like that A move. That kind of says, hey, we're here. We're here to play.
Yeah, and because they use that very much to their advantage in the Vicious game. So it's just one of those situations where it's like, yeah, man, I mean, keep rolling the dice. You're playing a Dynasty team that's been flawless so far, and now you're getting into them. We'll keep putting it on them.
So to answer people's question about the up-and-coming player that, I don't know. No, I don't have an answer yet. I have an idea in my head, and I can't.
You know who I was going to say, and it's not really up-and-coming because
Sloviak's hit. Let's get off the field for the
you know who's had a really good year is Dalton Vanderbilt for Dynasty. I think
yeah, but he's been around for a while. He's just been hiding with Entourage in the other lower division. It's like, I'm not going to give credit to guys that were sandbagging. It's...
Yeah, I mean, that's logical.
When you say up-and-coming, I want to say like an uprising guy. Like a guy that's really, like Chattanooga guys. Well, the guys that are really taking the step.
You know who I would give a lot of props to? From Uprising is, I'd have to look at the rosters again, but he was just, handling business for Uprising, getting into the snake. I think that kid was really good. Somebody like that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not hard to be...
Or Keene, Daniel Keene from Chattanooga. I'd give a lot of props to Daniel Keene.
I'll tell you right now, kids that are listening out there, it's really easy to get put on Dynasty and be half good. Be put on Russians and be half good, and all of a sudden you're really good.
Just ride the coattails of everyone.
Because every one of your mistakes is you can make way more mistakes.
Yeah.
Because the other guys are picking you up.
Yeah.
It's being on a Keene or being on a, being on Chattanooga or being on Uprising or being on one of these teams that's struggling to kind of get in there and then being the guy on that team.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Dalton Vanderbilt, great player, don't get me wrong. But he was going to be great on an amateur team, a pro team, because he's just now surrounded by better guys.
And he's kind of been given that chance to shine big time,
It's like you look at a guy like people want to say Mouse. Well, Mouse isn't a newcomer.
No,
He's been around.
he won a world championship when he was 17 years old in Ironman. But that's more like a lot of people online were asking who's the best player of the year.
The best player of the year?
But at least in the beginning of the year, I'd say Mouse. You know, I mean, and honestly, if you're not putting Mouse in that equation, you really haven't been following the sport.
I haven't been following it, but I can guarantee I can probably guess for the top 3.
Yeah, you talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Though. But Mouse really has stepped up this year
I've heard from other opposing coaches at the beginning of the year that Ryan Greenspan was playing amazing.
We'll look at him right now.
Yeah.
Let's watch Ryan run somebody
this is
down.
the difference. That's the difference between Dynasty and Shock.
Yeah. Drop the hammer.
Yeah.
I just had Ryan up here talking about dropping the hammer earlier on today. So good job by Ryan Greenspan and Team Dynasty to start digging back and taking this lead back from Shock after losing 2 in a row. So Ryan Greenspan seizing the opportunity, laying that axe down.
There's an unsung hero that goes unknown. Stephen Pitts.
Oh, yeah. He's
For everybody
great
out there, that's the kind of guy you want to be. Really good, and don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
Just kind of go about your business.
Just
do your
a
job
good
well.
Dude,
just do your job well. He doesn't even have a name on his jersey. That's what I like. He's like a Yankee or a Red Sox.
Well, I'm glad we know his body language so we can talk about him.
Yeah.
Let's watch this. Let's watch Ryan Greenspan drop it down right here. So you see this. Look, sees the moment.
He sees there's a difference between their mentality.
Yeah.
He knows he wants this guy to feel him right here.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what it's about at this level. You know?
He wants this guy. The chances are that at this level, that guy's a good paintball player.
Yeah.
It's not his chance. It's not
Zach's
by accident.
Great.
If he pulls out he shoots the guy down the line. Now maybe it's a 2-on-1. He's got a chance. How many times have you seen get blown by some guy having a miraculous game?
So many times.
And now you're looking at a 3-2 deficit.
Yeah.
You're like, no, not on my watch.
Yeah.
This guy is here. I'm going to go bunker him.
Well, and that just goes to show. I mean, Ryan Greenspan, he's a vet. That's what he does.
Big point here for Shock is the fact is that they got to keep in this game. They got to keep coming back, and then hopefully get to a close game and a big point.
That's what they got to hope for right here. So I mean, 3-2, and Shock.
They need to make a breakout. Really, Shock is losing a breakout almost. If it's not a penalty, it's a guy.
And Dynasty's been doing such a good job of shooting guys off the break, and you can shoot guys off the break on this. But that again, who does that talk about? It talks about Yosh Rao. It talks about Ryan Greenspan. Those are the guys shooting guys off the break.
That makes the Dalton Vanderbilts easier to look better.
Yeah.
There's nobody shooting because I shot him.
I mean, how many times you've been? We have played for great teams. I mean, I've had amazing games where it was 5-on-3.
Yeah.
Or it's of course
everybody looks great when it's like that.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, Davey Williamson, look at he's just running down, shooting everyone. You're like,
everyone else is dead.
Yeah, man. Hey, there's only 2 guys left.
Yeah.
I just lined it up. I didn't really do much.
So look at the Shock's going hard the Dorito way here. It's really
look at this, and they're running up. The Shock is the only team trying to go up that center. He gets tuned up. He almost made it up there though.
They made Snake 1 and Dorito 1 with that distraction.
Yeah, good field position. Oh, look at this. Alex Goldman almost gets caught. Immediately regains his composure.
But they're almost in the 50. Okay, now he doesn't know Alex is there. Alex is gonna eat his lunch. He needs to stay this way, or Alex is gonna.
Well, I mean, Alex has got to at least check off.
Look,
there
here
he
goes Alex.
And is he? Oh, misses his shot.
That was
Goldman misses his shot cross field.
Now Dynasty stacking 2 in front of him with Alex right here. See, this guy could run down and bunker Alex right now. Here he comes. I mean, he had to get Alex first. He came over the top of that thing.
Yeah, I don't know, because he had to whip his gun around. So Alex had to drop on him, but he was whipping his gun around.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty decent trade.
And
now here goes
Mesa
cleaning up.
Jogging around. There's a guy right there. That didn't work out.
Going to Mesa.
He bounced him off the flag.
What is Mesa? It's a penalty
on Mesa. It's a penalty on Mesa.
I don't know what he was doing. That was good.
That was awful.
Oh,
Kids, don't do that. If you're whoever's watching, have a good idea what the count is.
He saw the blood in the water. Again, young guy coming up, trying to make a name for himself.
Okay, here's my problem here. If the penalty's on Alex, they had to pull a guy, right? Now Alex is talking. So
of course, Yosh Rao's still alive.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's another penalty.
Oh, for Alex talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how those penalties go.
Yeah, that's the thing, is be consistent. Sometimes you see him get pulled for just saying one word.
Well, that was all. I mean, Oliver up here. And Oliver's like, just, Ollie. Yeah. And he's just like, no. See, well, we'll get to Ollie in a second.
Well, these refs are going to figure this out right here.
Yeah. So let's check out this replay.
I guess maybe they're just going to let that happen.
Look at that. There was Goldman running through and taking out Aftershock. And then here's Mesa, and he just goes to sleep on the count.
Lost the count.
And then he's kind of, am I kid or not? And you take cover, and it's kind of all over the place. And then, Patient runs through and takes him down. But
again, Patient makes another mistake there. If you know you hit him, don't go give yourself up.
Okay.
Don't commit.
Yeah, don't go past that bunker. Go to that bunker with him.
Take cover and start yelling at the referee to make the call.
Because he's going to get a penalty right there, so you can play one-on-one for the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you play one-on-one for the point, and now the difference, instead of going down 4-2, it's 3-3.
Hindsight for me is like, it's easy to watch them up here, but you think these kids would learn that.
Yeah, but Davey, it's your job to.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, to watch him here, you want, if you, hopefully this guy looks back tonight and goes, you know what, I really screwed up. Is that point right there. When I should have just, I knew I shot Mesa, let the refs do their job and stay in my bunker, and then let me play one-on-one versus Yosh.
But it's the heat of the moment thing, you know. But I totally agree with that, because if you know for a fact, you put pain on that guy, take cover, still keep your gun up, and defend yourself. It's like boxing, always defend yourself. But at the same time, you know, because sure enough, Mesa gets the penalty.
Yeah.
Nothing would have changed. He's going to get that penalty, even if Zach doesn't run him down.
Exactly.
And then now
they were already calling that.
And
penalty.
now you're playing one-on-one with Yosh in order to try to tie it up.
Yeah, you're playing one-on-one with Yosh. The flag is right in front of you because Mesa has to drop it. So now you have a serious advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You know
absolutely.
where the Yosh has to find you because you have the flag. It used to be, you know, if you know where the flag is on the pole, he has to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. You can just reach around and grab it.
No,
so,
I totally agree. Yeah.
And you can make this point draw out and draw out.
It's those small tweaks, though.
Yeah.
It's those small tweaks.
What I don't know is how
hard.
there's a. Well, I guess Mesa got in the box in time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a mistake on Shock's part, not blowing the horn right away, not letting him get in the box.
Leading 4-2, Dynasty on your left, Aftershock on your right.
So Shock is playing for their life right now. It's 4-2. They lose another point, and they're not playing tomorrow. I mean, I don't know the points breakdown. They might not be playing tomorrow anyways, but it'll be for sure if they don't win this game.
Yeah, and again, so up and coming, again, like we're talking about, who's really impressed me this event from Uprising? Stillwell. Jared Stillwell. Jared Stillwell. It really, I mean, it just consistently getting into the snake, consistently doing work, even with guys dying around him, still doing business.
I was talking to some of the Infamous guys, and they say that Damian Ryan, who's not a newcomer, has been playing just amazing this tournament.
Oh, well, I mean that, but that's I'm gonna be you now and go give me a break. Come on, everyone knows Damian Ryan's a killer.
This is the first time Damian Ryan's got a shot on a big team, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could say a big team that's dominant now, but then again, is Infamous dominant now?
No, I say big team. I mean high pub, get a lot of money,
like factory team.
Factory team.
Yeah, factory team.
That's really what you get your street cred. You can get a lot of. You can be a terrible paintball player and be on one of these good teams, and all of a sudden you're in a magazine.
That's a good point. I mean, you know, factory teams get a lot more ink than everybody else.
Yeah.
A lot more press.
I think Sloviak's a really good player. I mean, he shouldn't be in the snake here. This is when you'd say things went bad, but
yes,
dude, Aftershock is doing a really good job of getting to that A. They're just missing a 1-2 spot. Like, they're missing another killer.
Like one killer.
Like, just another guy on that drill side that can really do damage.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, they got a guy over there that's solid. He's locked down. I'm not sure who that is in that tower.
Well, they got two of their killers stolen from Infamous, though.
Yeah.
Because they got Damian Ryan and Brad McCurley stolen from Infamous to the factory team.
Well, that was a hell of a shot by Alex Goldman. Ran in there, popped over the top, and shot the guy right in front of him.
Yeah, just destroyed Zach.
Wow. That won't happen to Sloviak, I'll tell you that. I'm hoping not. No, they got the guy coming out of the box. Ryan filled the corner.
Shock is the only team that consistently goes to the center. I kind of like it. I mean, because I saw it work against Vicious, and it's been hit or miss right now.
Oh, Sloviak gets shot from across the field.
Who'd he get shot from?
Looks like Ryan might have shot him.
Wow, that's a far shot. It's Luke one.
This guy in the A is done. Yeah.
Look at Goldman.
The downside of the A.
Fire
the downside of the A is that you're in there. You're committed one way.
Yeah, you're super committed, and that's the problem. The downside is that if you lose your side, that's it. It's curtains.
Yeah. And see this is going to piss me off right here. This ref is going to call a penalty on this guy for talking afterwards. The shot guy.
What's
the ref? Jock just got a penalty for talking afterwards because he was getting bonus ball and he turned around and said something. The ref gave him a penalty.
AJ Lawhead.
Yeah, but a second ago, a Dynasty guy who just talked after he was dead. That's why that rule needs to be either get rid of, or just be strictly enforced.
Yeah, it's tough, and I'm back and forth on that.
I think you got getting rid of. Let him talk.
No, I agree. I don't know. It's tough because you don't. Here's the issue. The issue is, wait. Let's talk about the issue in a second. All right. So look at this right here.
This is a good shot. This is a good work.
This is that when you're talking about
right there.
Bam! Wow, that was impressive.
Not a lot of people can do that
because he just did it.
Yeah.
Just feasted. Basically.
You know what that was? That's bad paintball on Shock side. He just jogged into that snake when your furthest guy is in the 50 doing work.
Yeah. Yeah, but because no one's shooting at him.
Yeah.
But there wasn't anybody left to at least because Sloviak's not going to shoot at him.
They had the guy in the Aztec all the way across the field.
So wait, there's Sloviak getting shot right there. So where did that shot come from?
I think it came from Spitz.
Yeah, I think it was
stuck
Spitz.
His head out a little
bit.
Look
at it. Let's watch right here.
Right in his gun, I'm going to guess.
And it comes right here.
We're all waiting.
Let's play it through.
Okay.
Dramatic effect.
We got a major penalty on Dynasty. We got a minor penalty on Aftershock.
Well,
Where did that shot come from?
This paintball. They bounce off. They bounce off.
No, seriously, like I'm watching this, and Nick's in that bunker. There's no, he didn't get shot from the Dorito side. He gets shot like almost over the bunker.
That's paintball for you guys.
Wow,
That's the difference between
poor Nick. You know, he's completely in that bunker. He's dominating, not dominating, but he's shooting the.
When stuff's going bad, it's going bad. I've had those terms before. Every ball in the air is going at you.
Poor Nick Sloviak.
So we have a major on Dynasty and a minor on Shock.
Well, there you go.
If Shock's going to have any chance to bring this back, in fact, there's nothing up there for Shock. I see. Now, is that a 1 minute? Oh, there we go. There's 2 penalties on Dynasty side. I'm confused. There's penalties all over the place.
Yeah, mass hysteria, cats and dogs sleeping together. I mean, there's 1 minute on Dynasty up on the clock. Okay, I was going to say, they're probably going to take that off and put the 2 minute on Dynasty and 1 minute on Shock.
Okay, there we go. So
okay, there we go. So we got a major penalty on Dynasty. Could you see what it was from?
It was at the end there. I saw the penalty on Shock for talking after he was hit. It might have been for excessive shooting, is the most I can see, or that guy had a hit on him.
That's possible.
If Mouse has a hit on him, that's huge because he did damage.
Lots of damage.
And no one shot
killed
at
everybody.
No one shot at him from when he got into the snake.
Yeah, 3-pack that game.
Yeah, so
3 kills.
Where did that come from?
That's official.
I'm curious if we can find out who got the penalty.
Well, interesting turn of
events. There's a
events.
meeting in the minds of the snake side here by the refs.
Got
and then it looks like there's been a timeout or a delay. We're down.
And here we're at. It's 5-2. Dynasty's up over Shock. And dominant point that last set. You know, Shock's still in it, especially now with the 2 minute major. They have a minor themselves. But there's 7 minutes and 2 seconds left. So let's see what Shock's got left in the tank.
So Shock have 2 wins or 1 win? They have 1 win right now at this time? Can't see your schedule.
Give it a look.
They beat Portland Ironman 7-1, so they got a good point spread there. And I don't have any score for Ironman Aftershock on Friday. So it looks like to me they only have 1 win.
Who are we talking about?
Shock.
Beat Vicious. I'm sorry, lost to Vicious.
The Ironman Shock game has no score on it. And they beat... Well, let's see this point right here. This is huge. I can't even really see Dynasty with the glare, so it's got to be just as tough for the players out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, the sun is starting to peak down the horizon.
3 on 4.
If anything, it's going to be Shock, honestly, that's going to have the
hardest time.
Yeah, the hardest time right now looking at everything.
So Dynasty sneaks in the snake, and Ivory sneaks in because the glare is bad.
Yeah, Goldman able to get in there.
But Shock is playing so aggressive. If they don't get to the next level, it's going to be on his shoulder.
Yeah,
so no one on the snake side. Sloviak in that can was just trouble.
Now he's got to do damage control, so he's trying to get over.
I think he got a clip coming in, but nope, he made it
in clean.
But Shock has a guy in the 50 Dorito, which is huge. But Dynasty's grinding down their 1 minute penalty. Or Shock's grinding down their 1 minute penalty.
Well, yeah,
but still, you got to come into that little pin.
Well, who's got a shot on him? Let's see.
Nobody at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, Goldman doesn't really have a shot on him, and Goldman's staring at the clock, but
this guy coming out of the penalty box needs to know he needs to close the deal when he comes out. It needs to happen fast.
Okay, Glenn Takamoto tried to get a shot on him, but too late. Wasn't able to do it. Now Nick Slovak's going to move in the snake, and he's able to get in there clean.
This guy needs to fill over behind Nick. He needs to come behind Nick.
I don't know if he can get out right now, though.
Who's stopping him?
Yeah, you're right. There is no one. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah.
There's no one
he
stopping
needs to keep coming. He needs to get, if anything, the worst case situation here is get a shot in the penalty box.
And you could tell he didn't want to commit fully because he didn't know who was shooting at him.
Yeah.
So he went over one bunker.
Oh, you can't come back right now.
I don't know about that retreat because he's got a guy in the 50 Dorito. I mean, maybe if he can watch, maybe the stand-up temple's a better spot from there.
Cannot get shot of the snake right now, or it's night-night.
Yeah.
He must have got bounced on it because he called the ref in himself. Yeah, see, this guy needs to, if anything, find the shot on the penalty.
And Nick's looking directly at that glare right now, too.
Yeah, so I can't see. There's no way he can see.
So he's just shooting kind of blindly.
So we got Dynasty guys got a guy in the back left, the little miniature A with Glenn Takamoto completely committed to the Dorito side.
And here comes
and
Goldman.
And Mouse thinks there's someone.
Goldman gets smoked, though.
Yeah, well, that was a bad move by Mouse.
I don't know what he was thinking.
They're going down the Dorito side. Dynasty going down the Dorito side off of it.
No, he might have got chopped up, too. Referee in
guy
there
tried to come out of the box and did not make it. Got to knock him out of the box, so did not make it.
It looks great for Shock right now as they're pressing up the field. AJ Lawhead taking that center structure, and here comes Nick Slowiak.
Make him wear it. You got to make him wear it. There you go.
Finally, Aftershock dropping the hammer.
Much as I like the Dynasty guys, it's got to be a rule made. Like, you got to make them wear it right now.
It's just, that's, again, on general principle.
Yeah, general principle.
This is pro paintball, man.
At least it takes some time to clean up his welts.
Make you feel the presence. And plus, they're doing it to you. You got to do it back to them.
Maybe force your hand on the next move.
Yeah, exactly. So nice job by Shock to get back in it. So
5-3, but they lost that penalty. They had that whole minute to close that gap.
I know. Well, we got a 5-3 game with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left. It's, you know, that's enough time.
Yeah,
that's enough time to score 2 points.
Well, this next point will tell the tale. If you go to 6-3.
Yeah, so let's check out this replay here, and what you're looking at, you're going to see Alex Goldman. He just gets up, and you know maybe this is that mistake. You know, not everyone's perfect, and he's been playing really phenomenal, but that's kind of that superstar move.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know what
I don't
know what window he
Yeah,
saw.
you're up points.
Yeah, you're up points. Exactly. You don't got to do anything.
Yeah, he's got to come to you.
Yeah, just chill. You're up 3 points. So, you know, throwing away that side because there's no one else over there to help him.
Yeah.
So mental mistake by Alex Goldman. That's the first mental mistake I've seen Alex make this event.
Not the best time to start doing it.
No, definitely not.
Going into the biggest day.
But, you know, this is what we talked about. Now, Shock's finally given Dynasty a game here. And honestly, heading into Shock, you know, Dynasty's in for sure. Shock's fighting for the lives.
Yeah, but everyone else is watching this in for sure, too.
Yeah, but this is what Dynasty needs, honestly, I think.
Well, to me, this is kind of showing Shock what they're doing to Dynasty when they win the points. If you're a smart coach opposing them tomorrow, you're learning from this.
For sure.
You're like, this is what they struggle with, a guy in the A.
Yes.
They struggle with a guy in the A.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe every other point we're going to put a guy in the A.
Yeah, or put Alex Goldman in the deep water.
Yeah.
And see what mental mistakes he can make, because that's the thing. Like, Alex has not faced any sort of mental challenge yet. Now he's in a situation where, okay, well, things are getting a little crazy, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm just going to get up, run down the field.
The downside of playing the very last game of the day is that everybody tomorrow knows who's going to play in, and they're watching you.
Oh, yeah, with their pens and paper, just taking down very intricate notes on everything you're doing.
They get to outcoach. They
got their video cameras.
While you were probably tired and not watching.
Yeah. All right, so both teams at 5. Again, 5 strong
Dalton
here.
goes underneath Mouse on that play. That's pretty interesting.
And he gets taken out.
Yeah. Can't make that spot tomorrow, you'll be in trouble. Well, especially when they're making Snake 1. You can't shoot the guy going Snake 1 and can't make your spot.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long day.
And, you know, they're looking into the glare.
So look at this.
Aftershock's looking into the glare right now.
So look at the commitment now from Dynasty. The whole drill side is concentrated to Snake 1. Slowiak's having a tough one, I got to admit. He's not making the bumps. He's just losing those. That's not Slowiak.
Maybe it's the depth.
No, that's not him.
No, that's. Oh no, that's. Okay, it was 2. No, that is Nick. So that is Nick Slowiak.
That is Nick, right?
That is Nick. But there's somebody else is wearing his jersey as well.
Look at the commitment level to Dynasty on this. You need to go down the drill side if you're Shock
Aaron
right now.
Thole is also wearing Nick Slowiak's jersey.
Okay. That's not Aaron Thole. That's Slowiak.
No, that's Slowiak.
The problem when you only have 6 guys is you have to play them. Oh,
and you got to be good, too.
You can't lose that.
That's another thing about the depth of the roster. If somebody's having a bad day, you can't sit them.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen Oliver in a while. Oliver's out on our side, on the Snake side here.
Yeah.
People are filling holes right and left here.
That's true. This is the first time we've seen since the first couple points.
Yeah, I don't know what had happened.
Well, maybe he was letting, you know, like Mesa get some spins and get out there, get some looks.
Well, Oliver is known to want to go to his right. He likes to go to his right, so.
Now, AJ Lawhead is in a good position. You're looking at that on your screen right now. AJ Lawhead for Chicago Aftershock, trying to get to the 50-yard line right now.
He really needs to shoot that guy in the Dorito 1 just so they can have a little bit more freedom.
And here comes
Oliver's going to make him fearless.
Ollie is now into Snake 1, and he's got a good shot cross field.
He's looking right into that glare. That's got to be tough.
So
From playing these games, it's tough to look in there and fight a good player.
Yeah, and Oliver's just running it over here on the Snake side, and that's...
So blow the horn if you're...
Yeah, Shock needs to blow the horn right now. Blow the horn. There we go.
So 6-3 is going to be tough to come back with.
Yeah, 2 minutes. I mean, that was the point.
Yeah.
That was the game right there.
You go to a tie game or you're down by a point.
Yeah, that was
We're down by 3 points.
That was the game.
I'd be surprised if Shock can come out here and muster up enough moxie to get another point.
All right, let's check out this replay. So you're looking at AJ Lawhead for Aftershock right here, and I mean he's just chilling right there, tight on his bunker.
That glare's got to be killing him.
And you look at the streams of paint, just I mean look at that. You know that's a mistake. Let's watch this back. You're running it back here. Look at this. You see the stream of paint arcing in, and he's just kind of getting a little sloppy here.
Yeah.
I mean you got to feel that paint coming in, right?
You got to feel the situation, too.
Yeah, and you got to know, look, this is a big-time situation right now, big point for us, and then bam, boom, he gets hit right
you're
there.
under the gun. You need to be the guy. Your other guys have died.
Yeah, I know, but still, no excuse, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
that's pro paintball right there.
You can have all the excuses in the world. None of them count.
Yeah. We all got excuses.
Yeah,
man.
excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got them.
Yeah, exactly.
So tomorrow will be a very interesting day. We got a lot of good-looking teams going in, so there's no clear-cut favorite. I mean, Dynasty until today, till this game.
If I'm Damage and I'm watching this game, I'm like, I see weakness
With the speed that Damage has.
I see weakness.
Yeah.
You know, and
well,
I mean,
they're playing two different styles. Their Damage is all about shooting on the break. They shoot 3 guys in the back center. If they can clip one of these guys going wide, they know they can lock them up.
I can't.
Now, if you can do 3 guys in the back center, shoot one of these guys going wide, and go to the A, go to that same side of the A, that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, again, you know, you're watching all the games this weekend. The 2 best teams out here, at least what we've seen so far, Dynasty and Damage.
Yeah,
by far.
Well, until now, they haven't lost. They've only lost 3 points the whole tournament.
Yeah, literally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and you know, and Damage is also handling too. You know, I mean,
yeah,
you know, 7-2, 7-1s. I mean, they're messing people up too. So,
nothing to speak against. I would like guys that have played really gritty games. I think have a better chance of winning a tournament.
Well, then it would be the Russians.
Not Nostradamus, but guys that have won really gritty games.
Yeah.
When you barely get in, you creep in by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah,
says a lot for you. Did you think you were? Did that guy think he was going to live there for a long time?
I don't know what he's
he like
doing.
threw his pod in distress, like.
So surprised I've been standing out in the blind area for
Yeah, I'm sure the move
seconds.
wasn't sit out there for 20 seconds. It was like shoot and go get something.
Yeah. So now Oliver back on the Dorito side of the field. And looks like Alex Goldman over here on the snake. And then you're looking at Nick Sloviak on your
Alex
screen.
having a problem with his gun, or he's listening to the crowd. So that's the thing about Alex.
I think he's listening.
He listens to the crowd a lot.
He really
good
does.
or bad.
Well, I think that comes from being under Mike Hinman for so long. Like, Mike Hinman has been joysticking Alex Goldman
You're right.
for years.
But that run down where there was no one there, that might come from the same kind of problem.
That's true.
This is just a formality.
Yeah,
all of us on their side of the field.
This is the last point. You know, Dynasty 1 point away from victory. So, you know, Shock, a hard-fought battle, but it just, you know, not enough at least so far. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, there's always a chance. Nick Sloviak, last player left alive, but
I've got $1 million
realistically,
against it.
Yeah. And that is going to do it. So nice job from Team Dynasty.
4-0 going in. Look like the favorites to win this tournament.
Realistically, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Damage looks great too, but you know, it is what it is. In Dynasty,
we have a mass exodus from the crowd.
In the prelims, Dynasty looked a little bit more, decently more dominant than Damage did. Damage also does look very dominant too. Also got, you know, again, got to keep the Russians in there. It's, you know, Infamous going in.
I think it's a trap, like, you know, they call those trap games. It's a trap to come out of this division. You haven't played a really tough team. To be honest with you, Shock played with 6 guys today.
Yeah, no, they did. Oh, they played with 7-6 this game because of Sosine's there, and this is just Nick Sloviak at the very end.
You feel everyone feels for him.
Yeah, you know, you can't not like Nick Sloviak. I mean, he's
if you got any competitive bone in your body, his season's over. This is the end of the season.
Yeah, and so you're basically watching the period on the end of the season for Aftershock. Right
not
now.
A happy sign.
No.
Not like a 2 dash and a smile on an email. It's they're all shooting the crap out of you.
Yeah, so that is going to do it here in the last game of the day, and we got, again, awesome, of course, World Cup Sunday. I mean, that's, if you're a paintball fan, tell your friends, tell everybody that we're going to have some amazing paintball that's going to be displayed for you tomorrow.
No throwaway games tomorrow.
No, there are no throwaway games, and you know, and everything's at stake for tomorrow. But don't go anywhere yet, because don't sign off. We got a highlight reel coming at you for the day. And that should be pretty interesting. I haven't seen it yet myself, so I'm pretty stoked to watch all these highlights. I'm going to talk you guys through it. We're going to check it out as we see Dynasty. Smell that's Yoshrow right there. And
it's a good-looking dude. That's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, it's a damn fine specimen of a man right there.
His hoppas.
Yeah, when you mix the genes, you know, that's what you get. But yeah, so congratulations to Dynasty. Again, it looked amazing. They didn't lose a point till this game, and they've only lost 3 points in 4 games.
Losers. Can't believe they gave us 3 whole points.
Yeah, so let's see what Saturday's competition brought us here. 2011 World Cup, PSP, Paintball Sports Promotions. You know, early on, Awesome job. That's Devin Stutz from Nexus. And, big man runs well. Nexus, coming out, again, props to Nexus for coming out and displaying some paintball skills from Europe for us. And then we watched, Keen. Again, that's one of those guys. Again, Davey, we talked about those young up-and-coming players that you should remember their names. Keen, awesome job for him. Chattanooga CEP. And they had some good games today. Again, that's a young up-and-coming team that really is taking their lumps like men.
That's the best way to take them.
Yeah, and honestly, you can't go out, and then the Nikki Cuba played a great one-on-one. And Infamous, interesting story there. They struggled, but they were able to also struggle through adversity. Nikki ended up winning that one-on-one. And, again, CEP and the Ironman battled down. Then X Factor, hit and miss a lot this season. But they got the band back together.
Right, inconsistency.
Inconsistency is going to kill you.
That's the word you'd give X Factor.
Exactly. But at the set, like we were talking about, Archie Montemayor, there was some flashes of brilliance there. Look at that amazing move that he did.
Then there's Tampa Bay Damage, solid and steady.
Yeah, solid steady. Talking about favorites to win this event, Tampa Bay Damage is going to be throwing down Dave Baines. We had him up here giving a great commentary, and again, that's why you pay Dave Baines. Dave Baines, a dominant player for every team he's been on, and really handles talk about being able to play and represent the big men, and he's done that for so many years. So it's good to see Damage being able to come out here and continuing to escalate their level of play.
They're the hometown favorites.
Oh, for sure.
Damage is the hometown. Tomorrow the crowd will be going on Damage's side. They'll be getting counter-coached against them.
Yeah. And, get a little more X Factor action. And it was, what was really cool to see is we're seeing a lot of stuff go down on the Snake side. And, again, a lot of that's going to be going on tomorrow. This was that Rabikoff move. Look at this. This is a really cool little some skills on display right here. He's getting shot at, boom, dives in, comes right back, down the tape line, though he struggled today.
Right, he struggled.
He struggled today. He didn't really struggle yesterday, more so today.
As long as you make it to Sunday, that's when your struggles need to end.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're looking at Kyle Spica there for the Ironman, talking about young, up-and-coming guys on that team. Kyle Spica handling business, and again, proving why he's one of those guys to watch in the future.
Did the Ironman make it to Sunday?
The Ironman not able to make it through.
So who's our Sunday group for tomorrow? Do we know yet?
I think there's still some things that need to come in, but
we know Dynasty, Tampa Bay,
Russians. Tampa Bay, Russians, and I believe Infamous are
so we got the top 4, and there's 6 going tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so still waiting to see what's going on with the rest of them, but
if the Ironman can make
this was that game, Davey, that I was talking about, man. Amazing battle back and forth between Vicious and Aftershock. Again, one of the best games I've seen, and then we had Impact coming in. Impact, very disappointing.
Impact's a letdown team of the season. They really are.
They have such a stacked roster.
Yeah, they have such a stacked roster, and they can't be consistent. You think the least they could do for their fans is be consistent.
Yeah, but it's and we've spoke about consistency on and off throughout the event, but it's such, you can't teach it.
No.
And really, what are you going to teach the guys on Impact? They've been around forever.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe. I mean, you want to say about the Lakers and there's a blow up. Maybe they need to switch some things up. The Impact guys were better before, and the All-American guys were better before, too. Now you put them together, they're not very good.
I don't know.
They're not bad, they're just not what they should be.
It's really tough. And this was that one run-through. I was going to say I can't wait to see the run-through, the move of the tournament so far. I don't know if we actually caught that on the highlights, but it was quite amazing.
You have to go backwards. It's good.
And then continue. There's the Impact, playing that last game. They were able to step up and and then there's Stillwell. That's again, one of those up-and-coming guys who you want to, again, Stillwell again. He's going to get shot here, but again, he's always in there. Yeah. And when you're playing with, Portland Uprising, I mean, young up-and-coming guys don't really know a lot of players on that team. Let's watch Stillwell make Snake 1 off the break. Diving in there, I think he might have got caught there, but he's just getting in there constantly, trying to make, trooper, a soldier, trying to get in there. And here's that move of the tournament so far. Ryan Moorhead comes through, smokes down the temple. Look at this. Outside corner, again, rather be lucky than good any day.
Come on, that's a perfect storm right
there.
Yeah,
perfect storm. But look at this. Smokes down the back center, smokes down the back corner. He's going to spin around, roll up the back corner.
That's your best walk-on day move there.
And then doesn't miss a beat, though. Comes out and, starts shooting at his buddy just for fun. And then here we go. Mesa getting tore up.
How are you on the highlight reel for getting tore up? That's bad.
Well, it's, an Aftershock
Someone
highlight.
has to have a,
Aftershock highlight right there.
The end of every highlight has to be someone on the other end, right?
Yeah, exactly. And look at
Ryan
this.
putting it down on somebody.
Ryan Greenspan showing why he's one of the best in the business, dropping the hammer like we talk about needs to be done on a more regular basis out there. And Ryan Greenspan, such a constant pro. And Zach Patient, I'll tell you what, I'll give it props. Zach.
Yeah.
Zach's been getting in there,
getting in there.
his reps.
You need to get a little bit more fine-tuned skills. Getting in there is one great part of it. Getting the job done when you're in there.
Yeah, and then we're looking at Mesa struggling, got a penalty here. One of the up and coming guys, on Dynasty, and he's getting his reps too. Drew a penalty there, and then Alex Goldman. Look at this move right here, boom, right over the top, smokes him down. I mean,
and points it out.
Yeah, points it out. Knew it right away, and then immediately, boom, switches up, shooting the other side, and then Nick Sloviak.
Still don't know who shot Nick Sloviak.
We have no idea who shot Nick. God shot Nick Sloviak. Poor Nick. Look at Nick Sloviak's like, did you watch that?
Wasn't their
Did
day.
you see that?
I'd like to ask Nick.
It
who shot
wasn't
him.
my tournament.
He
Hey,
knows.
it's like we say. People come to World Cup to watch Aftershock pound people. Unfortunately, not
Those
this
years
year.
are gone.
Not this year.
Those years are gone.
Well, last year they took second. Anyway, amazing play today. Saturday's competition is gone. It's history. But we got all of Sunday coming at you. I'm going to have David Williamson up again here, doing a great job for us.
We're getting the Oscar music.
On Sunday's competition. Tell your friends, tune in. I'm Matty Marshall. We'll see you tomorrow.